Just like when we told you that Sherlock Holmes never said "elementary, my dear Watson," today we're gonna blow your mind by telling you that nowhere in the entirety of the original Star Trek were the words "Beam me up, Scotty" ever uttered. They did come close several times, such as in the 1969 episode of the original series, The Savage Curtain, where Kirk says, "Scotty, beam us up, fast!" Likewise, in the 1968 episode, The Gamesters of Triskelion, Kirk simply says, "Beam us up." Kirk claimed closer still in the 1967 episode, This Side of Paradise, in which he says, "Beam me up." And finally, the closest Kirk ever came to saying the phrase was in Star Trek IV, The Journey Home, in which he says, "Scotty, beam me up." The only place you'll find the line in somewhat official canon is in The Ashes of Eden from 1996. This was a novel co-written by William Shatner as part of the so-called Shatnerverse, and no, we're not making any of this up. Even then, the novels that Shatner wrote are disputed in terms of how canon they are. In popular culture, of course, the line is universally and intrinsically linked with the show. So, how did this start? Well, nobody really knows. There is a theory that these types of TV and movie misquotations, of which there are many, are often remembered that way simply because they sound smoother than the actual quote. For example, "Beam me up, Scotty" flows better than "Beam us up, Mr. Scott." Factor this in with many years of proliferation, and eventually a misquotation can become so popular that William Shatner puts it into one of his novels.